Hello folks, and welcome to this, a very special edition of Paddock Pass. We're here at the headquarters of Formula One's newest team for an exclusive first look at what they will be bringing to the sport. It's always an exciting moment to welcome a new team onto the grid. However, what makes this occasion a little more special is how strikingly different the cars are this year. Yep, the long-awaited new regulations are finally here, and with them, the start of the next era of Formula One. The 2022 season ushers in a change of direction to the regulations aimed at promoting closer racing, with new aero additions in the form of swooping front and rear wings, along with the new eye-catching 18-inch low-profile tyres that will push tyre technology to the limit. So then, the question remains as to whether this team can grasp the opportunity before them with both hands and lead the charge against the rest of the paddock. We'll find out soon enough, as the new season is just about to begin. But first, let's see the unveiling of the team's car and meet the owner of the brand new Formula One team. Well, first of all, thanks so much for inviting us here today. It's been wonderful to see behind the scenes. Well, thank you so much for your time. It's been wonderful to get an insight from you and, of course, to see around the headquarters. Thank you for today. Really appreciate it. And thank you all at home for watching as well. We'll see you very soon.
Alrighty guys, so here we are looking at our new facilities. It's pretty cool actually. So let's get you updated on what all has happened since we left off from last year. So F1 ended up coming through and giving us a ton of brand new regulations that we all had to work on. So that needed us to have a brand new factory to be able to work on the pods and brand new staff to be able to accommodate that. So what we ended up doing is we're going to go to our drivers and show you what's going on here. Once I find where we're at, let's see here. Corporate, there we go. So we got a totally different driver. We got Roy here. Roy the boy. We got him on board. We're going to be working with him quite a lot. Looking at the driver market, if we come all the way down here, what you're going to see is our teammate, Mick Schumacher. He has, we're going to hit that so we can watch him. He has gone on over to currently Haas, because we technically leased him out so that we could get some money to work on all of the other stuff we needed to, because we were a bit behind. So luckily, because of that, we're a little bit closer to where we need to be. So let's go ahead and get everything restarted here. Get our people back into the shop, get them to work. Get myself back on the little simulator, because we have a lot of work we have got to do. And we need all these people to be working as hard as they can. We don't have a ton of money in the bank, which is okay, but we do need to work on that and get some stuff moving along here. So let me see here. We can do pit stop performance, analyze suit. For second driver's experience will moderately improve. That's certainly something we can look at. Modifications. We're a little bit low on funds at the moment, so I don't overly want to do a whole lot investment at the moment. As I said, we had to cut a lot of things to be able to get to where we are right now. So let's go ahead and go over here to our activities. We can get our pre-season tour, aero chassis, driver training camp. We'll definitely do that. That will help Roy out a whole lot. Get our aero and chassis focus, get that taken care of. Get our pre-season merchandise sale taken care of. Get pre-season advertisement campaign, we'll put that in. Get pre-season driver press tour, and we can actually get all these done. Almost. Wow. Okay, let's see. Which one do I want? Yeah, we'll do that. We'll get all that done. Okay, so we have those lined up. Let's look at what we can do in the R&D. So main things we want to look at is handling. That is our main focus. We got a pretty good amount of durability there. That's doing good. Powertrain, decent. So we're going to come into chassis here, and we've got a few different things we can work on. We got engine cover, we got the structure, and we also got some dampeners. We'll get those worked on here. Get that started. We've got the structure. Can't afford that right now. Those are all pretty expensive. We're basically out of resource points with one. So you see where we're at. We're kind of in a hard place coming into this season, but we should be able to get going here. We also need to get our sponsor onto the car. Haven't done that, so let me take care of that real quick. And we also can get another sponsor on board. Let me see here. We got Polar, who's got goal base as a team cleared a total of 10 laps during the race week. We can totally do that. Bring on Polar energy drinks, get them on board, and we should be good to go. I need to, where's my, there we go. We need to get our sponsors on the car here. Alright, so there we go. Got the sponsors on board, ready to go. Let us go ahead and advance time here and see what we got going on. So we got driving camp, that's going to be concluded. We got our weekly resources in, and we definitely need a lot of weekly resources. There we go. So there's some more. Got that. Our dampeners, those actually came through. Sweet.
Our new parts have completed without issue. They'll be on the car ready.
Alright, we got a personal department decision we need to do.
The personnel department has asked us to deal with this. We have a couple of options here.
Let's see.
Your time.
Pace or awareness. I need him to have some.
Thanks. I appreciate.
I need our second driver to have some pace at the beginning of this season, just so that we can run as high up as we can. We got some resource points here, so we got some low morale going on. Unfortunately, can't do a whole lot about that. We got some streamlined suspension parts. We can do some wheel winglets and some tunnels that we could end up doing. I want to go back into here though. Okay, we got that done. So that's engine cover, so that's weight distribution. That's heat dispersing wheel rims. That's going to help with tire wear. Let's skip that for now. That's a little bit high on the, just a little bit high on the price there. We'll try and get some of these other aerodynamic builds done. Look at durability here. We've got some electronic control, energy store, gearbox improved materials. We definitely need that. We'll see what we can do with that. Engine wear, that would be a good thing to go ahead and have done so that we're not wearing out our engines throughout the season. So we got some different things in the works here. We'll continue to advance here. Alright. We'll see what our... Oh, we actually got those parts. I'm surprised. I was expecting them to fail. And we got our aero parts for the Grand Prix.
Okay, we've had the new parts come through the fabrication process. We'll have them with us for
Sweet.
the next
Alrighty guys, well, let's head out to our first Grand Prix here, see what we can do. We got a lot of work done, and we also have some money in the bank. Sweet. Now we do have a half season, or a 16 race season, so we do have to re-sign our driver in the middle of the season, I believe. Let me see here. What is the cheapest? Quality control, resource generation. Just kind of looking for the cheapest resource points. That's going to be $6 million. That's kind of expensive. Marketing. We're going to upgrade the simulator because we did have a really good simulator at the end of last year. Obviously, you had to retune it and stuff for the new cars, so we'll get that worked on. Let's head out to race weekend and see what we can do at the Australian Grand Prix. Alrighty guys, first time out on the track here. And we are qualifying. Saw that Roy ended up having a pretty good practice time. He was about 14th. So we'll see what we can do. Gotta remember all my new buttons and everything. That's going to be a bit different, and also remember my brakes. Very, very important. Got to get the brakes set up just the way I like them. A little bit low on the fuel, looks like. So, as I said, brand new track here in Australia. Newly repaid. Feels much, much better, I must say. Brand new car. And totally different grip level. So, this is going to be an interesting season for sure. Overall, though, I think Roy is heading in the right direction. So, Roy the boy, definitely like what we're seeing from him currently. So, we'll see how that translates for the rest of the season. We're currently a little bit on the slow side. So we'll have to see what we can do throughout the rest of the race. We went with a balanced setup just because of needing some downforce at this track for me anyways for handling. Kind of messed up the start, so that kind of put me in the rear, I think. And I'm going to be pretty far in the back to start off this race, so we'll have to see what we can do to work our way through. There we are. 21st. We'll see how we can head on through the season.
Off the back of a fantastic qualifying session, it's time to see how our starting grid looks like for today's race. World champion Max Verstappen starts from pole position, and a very happy Carlos Sainz will start second. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Leclerc, Hamilton, Sergio Perez, and Russell, Norris, Fernando Alonso, Ricciardo, and Valtteri Bottas, Ocon, Joe, Mick Schumacher and Nassani, Gasly, Albon, Yuki Tsunoda and Lance Stroll, Vettel, Oldtimer, Latifi and Kevin Magnussen fills the last spot on the grid. And now it's time to head down to the track. A new season then, a clean slate where anything could happen. Natalie Pinkham is with me today as we get another year of Formula One underway.
We're into those tense few minutes before the first race then. Everyone's a little bit nervous about reliability. They haven't been running in the hot, turbulent wake of other cars in practice. They've not been pushing at 100% for long durations. Let's hope no one has to deal with any nasty surprises.
Here we go. I know what you can do. Don't let me down.
Alright, I guess. So we are basically ready to go. What we're going to do, though, is make sure our car is set up properly. We're going to unlock that differential just a little bit like that. Tends to be how I like it. Brakes, we're going to take the pressure off just a little bit and make sure that we're pretty even on the brakes there for this race. That also helps. Exit there. Look at our race strategy on the other side of things. So looks like red tires to hards or to mediums. I'm gonna kind of go with, what do we want to do? I'm almost thinking we want to switch this around to mediums, push this as far as we can right about there. About there we go. And then the second stint switch to softs, I think. That's good for me. Alrighty, so that's our strategy right there. So we got that taken care of. We'll see how that goes. We get lap time coming up. Okay, good. Alrighty, I think that's what we need. Alrighty, so we're going to try and play it nice and easy, save on the tires a little bit at the start here, and we'll see what we can do in the race. So we got the guys in their new suits. I love the red fading up into the lime green. That is just so awesome. Got tons of guys here working with us. Let's go racing in the Australian Grand Prix, and we'll see what our boy Roy can do. There we are off in the Australian Grand Prix. We'll be taking things as easy as possible here, hopefully staying in the pack. We don't need a wreck though, first things first. Looks like I'm falling down a little bit, but we'll just wait and see. They all got soft tires on right now, so that's kind of helping them out. I'm going to stay at the back of the pack and try and let things kind of even out here for just a little bit. I think we have what it takes to run up with them. Just I don't want to be running around in the back, in the pack, getting beat up early on, which I tend to do here in Australia. And that has not worked out for me very well. Got a little bit of ERS here. They're going to pull away just a tad. Should be able to catch back up to them here. Gotta remember how much this car can take in the turns, because I have not driven this car much, and it's definitely a handful. Once you lose a little bit of grip or get it unsettled, it is an unsettled car, and not a fun experience in the slightest. Alright, we got past Latifi there. We'll see if we can keep him there at the moment as we rejoin the buzzing bees. There's a little bit of ERS here on the straight. So we're a little bit slower than the rest of these guys, so we're going to have to work on that, but we got developments in the works that should slowly bring us to these guys, both in handling and aerodynamics. So, and I said it way too much there. It worked. Yep, and you see that unsettledness right there? Yep. That's what I watch for. I forgot my brakes, and they locked up there, and I didn't actually have them when I needed them.
We've got a lot of spare energy. Okay to use
Oh yeah,
your
we're going to use that, dude. Always liked, what is the guy's name, actually, though? A pit crew guy. I'm not sure what his name is, but he's got a great voice, I know that. But, yep, he has a good point. We need to use overtake to get back up to these guys here. Alright, so what we need to do, a little bit too much corner cutting there, we're going to watch for that. We don't need any issues with penalties. And I gotta watch those brakes. Watch those brakes, because that is going to be a bit of an issue coming in too fast. Luckily we got them pretty evenly biased, so we're not locking them up, which is good. A little bit off on the turn there. Use more of that overtake here.
DRS is being enabled this lap. We can use DRS when you're within 1 second of the car ahead.
So DRS will be online here. We're keeping up with these guys. They had a lot more resources than we did coming into this season, and they definitely have showed it with lap times and stuff. Roy looking really good though. Looks like he's falling back just a little bit. Should be able to move back up into the pack here in a bit. We'll see how our strategy works, because we're going to go kind of far on these tires. So I think that we can leapfrog a bunch of guys here, but we got to be a little bit more consistent in traffic, because that's really where we have issues. And also braking. Gotta make sure we're off throttle when we need to be, so just kind of learning the new track setup too, because it's a different surface, it's not as abrasive, which is certainly helpful. Alright, a bit over there, good. But when this car gets unsettled, you will be spinning out for sure, and just making sure we keep the car clean as much. It looks like everybody's kind of getting bunched back up here. Use that overtake. I like what I'm seeing with that. Liking the field getting bunched up, that's good. Looks like we could have taken some fuel out of our tank. Once again, if they, I don't know if there's a rich mix. I'm not sure if they took that away or not in this game. If there's a way to unlock that I don't know about, let me know. I don't think there is. I haven't really seen anything in settings, but I could be missing it. So if there is something where, like F122, you could have rich mix, but like it's a setting thing, let me know. Yep, he's going to rear end Latifi there if I kept going at that speed. So I'm not running laps back here by myself, totally falling off the pace, which is nice. It's just, I definitely, with the lack of upgrades that we have, I'm definitely off the pace for sure. So we definitely got to work on some speed for our cars here. We got some DRS going on. Back in. Got it. Very good. We need to save some overtake right now because we're a little bit low.
Okay, good work. Great car.
Thank you, sir. That's, yep, a little bit exceeding track limits. You're getting too many of those. Penalties will be inbound. So he's going to have DRS this time. A little bit wide there, gotta watch that. We don't want to hit those rumble strips because those will bring you around with how low and unsteady this car is. Nice and easy around the turn, good. Slowly getting used to it, which is good. Kind of just needed to be running in the back here just so I could get used to the car without being wrecking into everybody every 10 seconds, so that's kind of helpful. Alright, so we got Stroll and Sonoda up ahead of us, and that's going to be my 3-second penalty there.
Okay, we've been given a time penalty. It will go against our finishing time at the end of the race. Get your head down and let's get it done.
Kind of knew that's where they would be. Ooh, I'm seeing... Thought I saw some cording there on the tire for a second. Just had something extra there. Flipping around. Didn't like what I was seeing, that's for sure. I gotta watch these curves. That is my weakness there. Is just trying to get as much as I can out of the curves. Use a little ERS here. Get some speed down the straight. Gonna look at tire wear here for a second. Ooh, not doing too bad.
Yellow flag.
Well, what do we got going on here?
Okay, be aware there's an incident in the next part of the track. No overtaking through the yellow
Looks like
flags.
it cleared itself up. Oh, nope, somebody blew up. Stroll blew up. I'm glad there wasn't any oil down.
Green flag.
Real glad there wasn't any oil down. That could have been very, very bad for us. I definitely like this much straighter version of Australia without having all the extra curb that you have to work on. Whoop.
There's a new strategy available on the
That
MFD.
was Stroll taking us out. That's how I was running. And totally messed up the brakes right there because I wasn't paying attention. That's, I think I have a control button somewhere incorrectly done, so I gotta check that. Let's see, do I grind it out or do I pit here? Lap 6. We're gonna go around another time here. But, depending on, ooh, got some other people pitting as well. Caution would have been really helpful right about then. Yeah, you got turned there by Latifi, I think is who that was. Thank you so much for that. That really helped my race, and hopefully you have damage on a part of your car now. Yeah, definitely have lost some downforce in the nose, and can't quite get to where we need to be. So that's unhelpful. Typical Australian race, honestly. Just never good here. Never good here. Always has something wrong that pops up. And why should Australia start off any different in a new season with a new car? And that's not what we were wanting. Alright, got it back on track. Alright, Roy is in the pits.
Roy's in the pits. Roy in the pit lane now.
We're at lap 7. I really kind of just want to go ahead and grind it out, but I think we just need to get that wing fixed here. Just go ahead and come in. We're already so far behind. I mean, it's just not going to make that much of a difference. Okay, next tires is hard. Good.
And it looks like the pit crew are out in the lane and ready to perform.
So
their
luckily the
magic
pit
on
crew
the
got
car.
that.
They're going to be aiming to achieve the fastest pit stop time possible.
Alright, getting the new wing.
I think there's an error with the front wing removal. They're going to be disappointed with that.
Alright, thank you guys.
Pit strategy complete. See these tyres through to the end now.
Alright, so we got some cold tires on board now. But a good call by the team. I didn't actually have to tell them that. They were able to figure it out on themselves when I came in. That, hey, we need to put on some hard tires. So, good job by the crew getting that taken care of, just so that we have another section. And hey, if we get a caution, which is possible, not likely, but possible, we could always go to softs. Because, I mean, with this far back and 3 seconds down, I mean, we can throw away stuff and give it a try. So, we can do a little bit of strategy if we need to. Because that's the only thing that's really going to save us now in this. So, yeah. We'll wait and see if we get a safety car here. We're going to try and get some more laps in and make them work a little bit better for us here. Maybe too much of a cut there, gotta watch that. But we got that nice and cleanly, so did like that.
Let's use overtake and
We got
burn
plenty of
off some of
energy,
this
that's for
energy.
sure. Trying to make sure that these tires, because these hard tires, they don't usually react as well as the mediums or the softs. So just trying to make sure that they're warmed up before I really try and get after it any. Use a little bit of ERS here. Some brand new tires on board.
Gap to your teammate ahead is 33.
Yeah, it's not really the information I wanted to hear. Went through the grass there, didn't need to do that, but who knows, we probably actually saved some time with that one. So my typical Australia Grand Prix performance is still as typical as it has been since I started this series. And we're running in the back. Yahoo! But we got a lot of developments to work on, so we'll see if we can get those done. Get ourselves some more speed eked out of this thing, because I think we can compete. We were holding on to the back of those guys. We just need a little bit more speed out of our cars, so I think we can get it done. We just need to put the work in. All right, there we go. We got through that section very nicely, so we're doing that pretty good. And I missed my braking zone. Is a little bit farther up. That's okay. That turn. Ooh, Latifi went to the hards as well, so I'm going to guess that he ended up coming earlier than he thought he was going to. And I ended up having that damage, same as we did. Currently, we won't finish last once again. One of our favorite things to do is not finish last because somebody else blew up. Very nice. I don't think we're going to catch the field, unfortunately. Not much I can do about that one. I think what we could have done is taken on less fuel. It seems like we're actually saving fuel, if I'm honest, so we probably could have saved a little bit of fuel load. I have to think about that for next time we come here. But we'll have to see. Car got away from me there for a second. It's in towards that wall a little bit more than I was comfortable with.
Okay, this is your final lap. Final lap
Alright,
of the race.
final lap of the race. We had done pretty good. We had closed in on the Latifi to 9 seconds. Ended up having to spin through the gravel, though. That ended up costing us some time. But what's nice is that we were closing on the guys behind, so it's not speed that's an issue. It's just position. So we got the speed and we got the lap time to be able to stay consistent and actually stay up with those guys. It's just we gotta be up there with those guys to do that. So luckily we have the speed, and I still have a decent amount of driving talent. And we should be able to do pretty good this season once we stop getting wrecked in the first part of the race. Always a good thing not to do that. But yeah, car feels good with more upgrades and a little more tweaking potentially on the car itself. We could probably get some more speed out of it. I think this season would go decently once we get those upgrades taken care of. So that's the main thing we got to focus on, is getting this car upgraded this year. Once we do that, we should be good to go and getting ourselves a little bit closer to where we need to be. It's not terrible, but we need to work on it.
And that's the end of the race. We'll see you in
Didn't finish
Sunday.
last. That's great.
We've witnessed some great battles on the streets of Melbourne today then, and they've taken a fantastic win. So Natalie, what do you think helped them deliver this result?
I think it was clear what the main contributing factor out of the track was. Speed. It sounds like an awfully reductive statement, but fast cars win races. And we saw that today with our winner.
Red Bull put up an outstanding fight for the front position today, and it's great to see it paid off for them. They do so much for the sports that you can't help but be delighted by today's race win. And now let's take a look at the drivers' standings. Max Verstappen now leads the Drivers' Championship. So then, Natalie Pinkham, who would you rank as your driver of the day?
Today, I think I'll give it to the Haas driver.
Let's move on to the constructors. And Red Bull take over as championship leaders. And with that, we wrap up another weekend of motorsport action. But with more races lined up, be sure to join us when we come back with more Formula One.
Alright, so taking a look here, Roy ended up falling pretty far back from his 14th place position, so that's a bummer. And obviously we didn't move up any at all. But yeah, bummer for him, as he started up in P14. I was hoping for a little bit better there, but not bad. We got to get ourselves off the floor and see what we can do work-wise. But we should be able to move forward pretty good. Alright, so here we are back at the base. Go ahead and get our stuff moving along here. We'll get some power department stuff going on. Second driver external training, driver promotion, marketing strategy. That would have given us some cash. Ooh, here we go. Let's see here. How much? That takes 4 days. We need to work on our facilities, so that could help us out, but we need to get some of this other stuff working. So we'll do that. But yeah, that's stuff we need to do here. Let me see here. We got 4.52 million in the bank. We need more than that. We don't really have any resource points, so let's advance time here. Let's see. Charity.
You handled that well.
Unfortunately, we don't have time for charity. I think we might turn those off, actually. Alright, let's advance some time here. Got the power building, got the chassis department that helped out people. Second driver external training.
They've just finished working on a facility upgrade. The details are available in your
Oh,
inbox.
nice. That should be... Let's see. So we got a few different resource points that we can look at now. Looks like dirt chassis and stuff is pretty expensive, so can't really do anything in that at the moment. Can't really do anything in aerodynamics. I don't think there's anything in durability we can do either. Nope, we're kind of finished in durability at the moment. Look at powertrain here. We could work on the ignition system. We could work on that's the energy recovery system with ERS. Fuel efficiency, we seem to be fine on that, so I'm not going to worry about that right now. Let's work on getting some... Let's upgrade our cylinder head. That's a good idea. Cylinder head's always important. Make sure that those are the best that they can be. See what we got in the department here. Oh, we actually got durability, morale increased. That's nice. Alrighty. Keep on advancing here till we're at the next race. And there we are. And we also have some pretty hot laps that we can do, which could increase our moolah. So that could be helpful for us to get some time on. Plus also that'll get us some driver prestige as well. So we're not looking too bad so far on the parts. Everything looking about as they should. Got our contracts. He's got 74 days until he expires. So that's going to be in July, so we're going to have to re-sign him. That's Roy the boy. And we can get me some social media prowess. We can get some develop upgrades, so that'll help with engine wear, and also work on resource point income as well. So that's going to help me out just a tad. So we got those taken care of. So yeah, after I spent some money on those perks, $100,000 wouldn't be a bad idea to go and get. So we'll probably take care of that next time, or off screen as it were. But we've got the what is this? Imola? They got a weird name on there, but I think it's the Imola circuit. So that will be fun. Do like that one. That's kind of a fun track to go to. But as I said, we've got a lot of work to do to get our team up to where it needs to be. But I think we can do it. So anyways, guys, that's going to be it for today. Thank you for watching as we start off Season 5 of Formula 1, now in F122. And it should be fun with the brand new car. So thanks for watching. We'll see you guys here next time. Bye-bye.